Hello, my name is Amy Farley. I'm a technical account manager with Red Hat. What I wanted to talk today about was something that I've learned in my rather unconventional way of becoming a technical person. I started swearing I was never going to work in the technology field and worked my way through teaching, but teaching didn't allow me to do some of the things I needed to do, like eat. So I worked my way into being a technical account manager. What I wanted to talk today about was something that I learned there, which is teaching how to do a technical presentation. It's something that I've seen that we need more of. Presentations need to be engaging and fun, and sometimes we end up just talking to our laptops. So I wanted to talk a little bit about what makes a good technical talk and what you can do to make yours better. So you want to speak at a conference. Whatever conference you want, start planning ahead. Our technical talk is going to focus on, and is going to include demonstrations. What do you want your audience to get? You want to focus on how and why things work. You want to show off what you have. Find something that makes you passionate about what you want to talk about, something that interests you, but something also that's really interesting to your audience and is something that they want to know as well. There are generally two formats for a technical talk. It'll be a long format, and this is your 45-minute to an hour talk. Or you could have a lightning talk. These are the ones that are 20 minutes, they're breakout sessions, they're short and to the point. But you want to find something that fits your topic, and you want to make sure that it's useful, interests the people you're talking to. Is it a way to save time, save money? Is it your product, your brand? Are you selling that? But make it exciting to you so that you're able to convey that to your audience. If you're doing a long-form talk, these are your broader topics. These are the things that take more time. You need to make sure that you fill the time you have without going over, and make sure that you have technical components to it. Most of the time for a technical talk, your audience wants to see it in action. So if you can have a demo, if you can have screenshots or a video of what it is you're trying to show, this is what they want to see. And determine what you want them to get out of it. Do you want them to buy it? Do you want them to learn something, how to use it? What are your goals for the talk? And then you need to make sure that you have an environment. You need to either have a laptop lab or a cloud lab. There are lots of options out there now. And you want to configure it so that you have access to it, but also know that you want to have things to back up in case it doesn't go well. So I suggest if you have a demo lab environment, if something happens, make sure that you have screenshots, videos to back it up in case something happens. If you have a lightning talk, these are short and sweet. You want to show and tell on one thing. Make sure that's something that you can talk about clearly and convey in a short amount of time. It could be something as simple as how a particular script works, how it saves you time and money. I do this one thing, I do it well, and then you're done. But how do you demo? You need to configure in such a way that you have it with you if you can. In my case, I have a laptop that has a lab environment that's on an isolated network, so I know that I have it and I don't have to depend on being able to connect out or having cell connections. But you can do it as simply as a simple VM. You can have a cloud environment, but figure out how you're going to do it and go ahead and set it up. Once you have it set up and you have it built, then practice. This is important, practicing it a lot. Making sure that you know what could go wrong and how you're going to work around it. And this is the best way to learn, explore, and increase your technical depth. You also need to be aware of your audience. Who are you speaking to? Are they new? Do they know about this at all? Is this something that's brand new? Are you going to have to introduce it to them? Can you compensate if you have newbies? Can you also provide enrichment if you have people that have 5, 10, 15 years experience? Meet the needs of your audience. You don't want to provide a technical talk to brand new grads at the same level as somebody who's been doing it 15 years. You need to give them options. So if you need to provide enrichment, point them to where they can learn more. What do they want out of your talk? is what they want, consistent with what you want to tell them? And do you know where you're going to be speaking? What kind of screen are you going to be using? How is your presentation going to look? And then how will you engage them? You need to get out from behind your computer. You need to find the people in the audience, and you need to give them a reason to listen. Some of the least successful presentations are one where you stand behind your computer and you talk to your screen. People aren't engaged. They don't feel like they can participate, so they stop listening. So the important thing is step out, talk to them, invest in the clicker, be willing to reach out and make it memorable to them. Plan for your screen sizes. Not all environments are the same. So you don't need to read for an in-person audience. If they're there, you can highlight the bullets, but make sure that it's visible. Font and size do matter. What I do when I get into a venue is I look to see what size screen I have and what font size to make sure it's big enough, but normally I've planned it to be at least 18 to 20 point for my text so it's visible in the back of the room. And make sure that if you know you're going to be in a light environment, that you're going to have a color that's not going to be susceptible to glare. So make sure that you're aware of the things that you could have. Sometimes you need to have a presentation that's in both dark and light so that you can adjust as you need to. But engage with the people in the audience. These are the people that you want to remember you. You want them to ask questions when it's time. See the people. For some people, I'm an introvert. People are not good at looking and making eye contact with others. I know it's hard, but you can find anchoring and friendly faces throughout the audience. And you can engage them, and in engaging them, you'll start to open up around the others. Break it up. You need to interact. Give them a reason to participate. If you have, something little that you can give out so that they ask good questions and reach out and talk to you, those are things that you can do to make them interact. But give them a reason to keep listening, especially in a long-form talk, because you only maintain attention for a certain amount of time. And being as we are screen dependent, our attention spans are short. But present your passion. The more that you enjoy what you do, the more that you engage with enthusiasm, the more people are going to listen to you, because that's infectious. They want to be excited about what you have to talk about. If you're bored with your topic, so are they. So be willing to be lively, have fun, loosen up a little bit, but enjoy what you're doing. And if you want them to remember you, interaction is key. They don't remember what you say, they remember what they do and what they participate in. So give them a reason to engage, to ask you questions. And if they ask you questions you can't answer, it's okay to say, I don't know, but I can find out. And that's all right. But most of all, have fun. The technical talks are important. It shouldn't just be sales slides. It can be something much more. You want it to be engaging, you want it to be a learning experience, but most of all, you want it to be something you and they enjoy and have fun.